That's right, guys, there is a lot of news out there, but how the hell to interpret it and what to do? So in this video, I'm gonna show you all of the bearish and the bullish news. I'm gonna tell you if I'm bearish or bullish myself. I'm gonna also show you how the charts are interpreting the news and as well how I interpret and play the market using my algorithmic trading strategies. So you have everything you need in one video. Get your coffee, eyes on the screen, and let's go. As always, this is not financial advice. Crypto is risky. You can lose all of your money. And this is why I'm doing this channel, to educate you so you have a higher chance of success. Make sure to watch my educational playlist because I can almost guarantee you that it will change your life. At least that's what people told me after they watched those videos. So if you like what you're seeing, you like the content, you like the energy, then make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel to not miss out on absolutely anything. And with all of that in mind, let's go. First of all, let's talk about all of the bearish news, and we start with the quick look at the charts. Here you have Bitcoin in front of you. It is down -2% today so far, but also it is actually down the last 4 days about 6%. That is not a big issue because it might get actually supported by this fat line, I call it, of my strategy. We're going to talk about that in more detail later in this video, at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around. So I'm not very concerned about this, but still, it is unfortunate, but if you know what you're doing, you can actually take advantage of this. Going further to the Ethereum chart, you can see it is down -5%, which is pretty unfortunate because it had the Ethereum ETF, spot ETF approved here 2 days ago, and that didn't go so well. As you can see here, it crashed over 9% after this approval. And if you have been watching my channel, then you knew already that this will happen, okay? So if you don't watch my channel and you bought the Ethereum spot ETF launch, I'm sorry for you. You should subscribe and stay up to date by watching my channel. Now, let's go and talk about the Solana chart. On Solana, man, this was such a nice bounce here from the orange support line. But then today it is breaking down. The day is not over yet, so let's see how this will play out. But this would have been such a nice bounce. But Solana cannot help itself if the rest of the crypto market is crashing as well. So let's see how this will play out. Will this continue on the downside, or will this be a fake to the downside and then go back up to pump even more? We will discuss that at the end of this video, like I said, when we do the chart analysis. Some more bearish news comes from the Ethereum ETF, right? Because the Ethereum ETF had its launch 2 days ago. In the first day, it had an inflow. That is nice. But then actually in the second day, yesterday, it had a net outflow of $133 million. And that is definitely bearish, right? And that is also why Ethereum is crashing. As you can see here, the ETFs, most of them have an inflow, but one of them, ETH, which is the one from Grayscale, has an outflow. And that explains basically everything for Ethereum, because Grayscale is once again, the most expensive ETF with 2.5% fee, which is massive if you compare it with the one from BlackRock. The iShares ETF for Ethereum cost only 0.25%. So of course, would you keep your Ethereum in that expensive ETF to pay 2.5 per year where you don't even have staking when you hold that thing? Of course not. And that is why people are selling. That is very similar to what happened to the Bitcoin ETF at the beginning. And that is also why Bitcoin was dropping in the beginning. But after that, there was a massive pump to the upside. Hint, hint. Another piece of bearish news I explained in my previous video is the Bitcoin conference. Yes, it is a bearish conference because usually in the past, whenever it took place, everyone was there who was important and who had big bags. They are not going to buy Bitcoin while they are at the conference, okay? So during the conference, there is no buy pressure, almost no buy pressure. And then historically, it actually crashed the price. So it is not the biggest bearish news, but still expect a little bit of downside, and I told you that as well in my last video, so you should have known already. But the Bitcoin conference will also pop up in the bullish news section. Let's go to that right now, because that's it for all the bearish news. The first piece of bullish news are the Bitcoin ETF inflows. And as you can see here on the screen, we have a pickup of the inflows. It's going up again. And as well, if you look at the assets under management, it is as well trending up again, which is very bullish for Bitcoin, which is also maybe why Bitcoin is not dumping as much as the other assets. The next piece of bullish news is that the Kamala Harris staff that is helping her with the campaign has allegedly asked Mark Cuban for his opinion on Bitcoin and crypto. So hopefully that can lead to a more positive stance to our industry. So that is nice. The next piece of bullish news I'm sure you did not expect, and it's about super PACs. Now, what are super PACs? Very quickly, they basically get together, pool money together to sponsor the candidates and the political campaigns that they want to sponsor. And the Fair Shake super PAC becomes the largest super PAC for the election cycle with over 200 million in funding. And that freaking super PAC is pro-crypto. So they want to support the candidates that are pro-crypto. So we have the most money in the race. That is bullish. Now, the next one I'm sure you also did not expect coming, because Russia just passed a bill to allow companies to use cryptocurrency for international trade. Now that is bullish, okay? So that's why I put it in the bullish category. But there is one caveat you need to keep in mind. Now, if I have a business, right, and I convert my fiat into crypto to send it to some other person, right, to some other business, because that is faster, cheaper, better, right? And it works on the weekend and all the time, 24/7, okay? No downtime. I love it. Then the other party will most likely sell that cryptocurrency into fiat. Why? Because they don't want to have 5% fluctuations per day, like we saw in the beginning of this video. So there is sell pressure at the end of this transaction, but I still put it in the bullish category because it is adoption for blockchain and cryptocurrency. So overall bullish. Let's go to the next one. The next piece of bullish news has to do with the US dollar, specifically with the US 2-year yield on US bonds, which is clearly crashing and is in a downtrend. And if it breaks below this line here, 4.329% that I have drawn in, this is my line, then I believe that this is very bullish for risk assets. Now, in general, when the yields go down, especially the short-term yields, which is this one, then the money will move out of those bonds and move into other assets that can give them more money, which usually goes into risk assets like tech stocks or crypto. And in that same context, we need to talk about the DXY. This is the dollar strength index, and that is also on a downtrend. Hopefully, because not fully confirmed, but I put it in the bullish category because this is kind of an M pattern here. It's not fully broken down, but I do expect it to happen as well because Trump said he wants a weaker dollar so he can be more competitive on the global market. So this is bullish overall. And here it is again, the Bitcoin conference, this time in the bullish category because we have Trump speaking on Saturday, 27th of July. He will be on stage giving a keynote, and obviously we hope that he will say all the good things that we want to hear about crypto and Bitcoin. I told you what that will be in my previous video where I talked about the bullish and the bearish news. Go and watch that. I will link it here up top. Again, you can do that. So that is another piece of bullish news that might hit us on the weekend. Last but not least, we have to talk about our dear friend Jim Cramer, who is almost always wrong about his predictions. He has been spotted on TV saying that he is bearish on Ethereum. And we all know what that means.
The fact that Ether's selling off is just a testament to how much it had been bid up.
Sure, it's not the most bullish news, but it's funny because he's very often wrong when it comes to crypto, saying that you should sell exactly at the bottom. So now you're fully informed about the bearish and the bullish news, and now the question is what to do next. Well, I cannot tell you what to do next because I'm not your financial advisor, but I can very well tell you what I will do. So let's look at the charts and let me show you what I will be doing here with my portfolio. As you know, I'm using algorithmic trading strategies that I have developed myself because I'm an engineer and I love to do that. And this is one of them, my favorite one actually, that I'm using over here, and it made quite a good profit with a controllable risk that you can check here on the screen. You can pause the video, zoom in and check it out later. But I want to point out one important thing. As you can see, there was a buy signal here and a sell signal here. And this trade made a lot of money. It made over 350% profit. Now, the question that I have for you is this, right? What was the news down here when this buy signal came? And do I really care about that, what the news was, right? Do you remember what happened at that point in time? And does it actually matter at all? Okay, so I'm here to tell you the news, but I'm also here to tell you that it doesn't matter whatsoever unless you don't have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, then news is your strategy, right? But for me, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm waiting for a good buy signal from this particular strategy. Okay, and so right now there is no buy signal, and if Bitcoin is crashing further down, perfect, then I will buy it lower. If it starts bouncing on this fat line here and recovering and there is a buy signal for my strategy, perfect. It has a 66.6% profitable trades ratio, meaning that it will win more often than not, right? So this is what I do on Bitcoin. I have 0 Bitcoin right now because this strategy is not invested. And I'm just giving you that one example on Bitcoin in this video, but there are way more trades where the strategy made massive amount of money and the news was fully irrelevant. And I love that because it means that I can be on vacation, I can do whatever I want, even if I do not follow the news, my strategy is fully automated and it will buy and sell for me. I love that, okay? On Ethereum, it's a similar situation. The strategy is not yet invested. There was a chance for the trend to turn around and to give a buy signal, but that didn't happen. Instead, it fell down and now it is hopefully gonna bounce on the 200 moving average, which is this black line. But if it does not do that, then hopefully it bounces on this trend line, which is quite important as well, because this trend line goes all the way back to 2022 in July, right? So let's see what's happening here. But again, my strategy will take care of it. You can also see the performance numbers of this strategy on the bottom here. This is since 2018. On Solana, the situation is a little bit different because on Solana, it actually got a buy signal a couple of days ago, as you can see here on the chart. So now it is negative 5 to 6%. But is that a problem? Let's check it out. Well, first of all, the historic performance of this strategy is massive. 27,000% profit since 2018. With all the rest of the numbers, you can check them out by pausing the video and checking it. But let me show you the previous situation where it got a buy signal that is quite similar to this one that we have now. So the buy signal was here and then immediately it retraced about 8 to 9%. So who cares? Because afterwards it was pumping up and it made a profit of about 260%. Okay. So who cares that there is a small retrace at the beginning of the buy signal? So of course, I'm hoping that this will be the same. I will keep you up to date on this channel about all of this. And the chart was just jumping around here like crazy. I will keep you up to date on this channel. So make sure to like and subscribe. I'm fully transparent, showing what my strategies are doing, putting my money where my mouth is. I do have a video where I said that I put $25,000 on Solana with this strategy, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So this buy signal that you have just seen behind me, this one here, is exactly the one that was buying for $25,000 into Solana. And now we see what's going to happen. I will keep you up to date on this channel. Of course, I will do a video at some point about what is going on with that strategy and position. So stay tuned. And if you want to learn about how my process works with these algorithmic trading strategies, then go to autotrading.vip. The link is down below. Click on apply for access, and then you and me gonna have a call. And if we understand each other, if you fit into what I'm searching for this program, because this is limited to 1,000 people and each and every member is handpicked by me, okay? You will learn exactly my process. This is the education that you will get, and you will also get access to my strategies and to my automation software. You can do exactly the same as I do. And with all of that in mind, this is the next video you should watch.
On the screen, it's trading.